Thiru Dr. G. Viswanathan, Excellency U.S. Consul General Judith Raven, distinguished Dr. Sethuraman Panchanathan, other distinguished dignitaries on the dais, distinguished faculty members, my dear students, those who are receiving degrees today, their proud parents, அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Namaskaram to all of you. I'm so delighted to be at this beautiful, sprawling, magnificent campus of VIT. And that too on an occasion when I have the pleasure of being face to face with so many young minds. I thank Dr. Viswanathan for giving me this opportunity. This is a great institution. This institution is a living testimony of how, when your vision is long, when your dream is large, and when your drive is relentless, you achieve something like VIT, which Dr. Viswanathan has achieved, and his team, I must say, in the last journey of over 3.5 decades. An institution with a modest beginning to rising to a level where it invariably in the top 5 in the All India ranking, and of course internationally acknowledged, acclaimed institution, and is still growing. I wish this institution all the very best. I'd like to congratulate Dr. Sethuraman Panchanathan. He is already an accomplished scientist, person with excellent excellent accomplishments and achievements in academics, in research, innovation. He has earned so many laurels in his life. One more feather, and I must say a beautiful feather to your cap, Dr. Panchanathan, being alumnus of this prestigious institution. We are also very happy that one of ours is shining so bright in the United States of America, heading one of the most prestigious institutions of the country, a pioneer, a pathbreaker in the field of science and technology in innovations, which has to its credit world-changing, life-changing technologies. To head that institution and by one of us is a matter of pride for all of us. We are so happy in this process in honoring Dr. Panchanathan. We all share the joy of the celebration for him being honored at this institution. Friends, India and United States, the two countries have very long history of friendly, cordial relationship. After India was decolonized, we became independent. Our relationship with the United States was essentially based on our shared values. Both countries democratic, India's commitment to democracy is not just since independence, but we know that in our country, democracy is a way of life. It has been with us through thousands of years in various forms, which are so much manifest in all our ancient inscriptions, writings on the stones, and in the history books. Taking decisions collaboratively with consensus, with discussion, has been a part of our life. And that is why we say that democracy is our sanskar. So relationship between the two countries was based on shared values, the values of democracy, and all that goes with it. Over the years, it matured. It matured to shared interest. The two countries had shared interest in not only just being democratic themselves, but also in ensuring that democratic institutions are strengthened all over. And then we graduated to the stage of shared responsibilities. Today, the world is in a situation where we see there is a disturbing trend to change the world order. For a very long time, the United States of America took the responsibility of maintaining a world order, a peaceful world order. It went through ups and downs. But in recent years, we have seen how a country which is rising, and rising in a way that is disturbing the established order, which is hegemonistic in its outlook, in its approach, in its relationship, which is seeking to encroach the global commons. The common which was for the whole of humanity, they're trying to make it as if it is theirs. Now this has posed a very serious problem to all those who believe in democracy, democratic values, human dignity, and a world based on a rule of law, a law-based world order. A law is not the law that a country says this is the law, but the law which is by and large universally accepted and is acceptable to the largest part of the globe. Now this big challenge today, United States of America cannot do it alone. And here India and the United States of America have come together to share this responsibility. And this maturation is born out of unprecedented depth in our trust, mutual trust. Today, we are strategic partners in many, many areas, highly sensitive areas. And we are together trying to see that the global order remains committed to the democratic values, to democracy and human dignity. Because those who are trying to disturb, for them, humans are moving hydrocarbons, just materials, matters. The human dignity is not something that is there on the reckoning, on the radar. Just control the society, their thinking, their mind, their behavior. Now, the way they spread their economy, the way they influence the countries around, put them in a trap the date trap from where they find it very difficult to come out, heavily compromising their sovereignty and strategic autonomy. Now, this global order, this kind of global order is not acceptable, is not good for the humanity. So, there are many areas. Today we need to see that the global commons like a space, the cyberspace, all these areas are governed by rules. It's not a jungle Raj that one who is strong, who can do something, will do something. So we have a great responsibility. And in this, discharging the great responsibility, with this shared responsibility, the two countries have to do a lot. And when I say this, the National Science Foundation of United States of America has a big role to play. And I'm sure in coming days, months, and years, we will have a greater, far more intense collaboration. As one of the C, which Dr. Punch said about collaboration, we'll have far greater collaboration in days and months to come. It's a day of our young graduates. In fact, it is your day. We are all here to celebrate your success. The success that you have achieved through your dream and your commitment to achieve that dream. It's the result of your hard work. It's a day of pride for you. It's a day of your proud parents. In fulfilling this, you have fulfilled their dreams. It's a day of your proud siblings, those who were with you in some way or other. They have been part of your journey. It's a day of your friends, your close friends, with whom, not only the friends at the VIT campus, but also beyond. The success that you have achieved, though it is rightfully yours, there are so many others, seen and unseen, those who have been a part of your journey. Be humble, be thankful to all of them. Because it's important that be a good human being. The success that we achieve in our life, though we claim, and rightly so, that it is our enterprise, but there are a lot many people, those who are behind it, those who are unseen, people like your parents, your friends, your siblings, and others. Your teachers, very, very important. Today is also a watershed day in your life. Today is the beginning of a new life. And that new life, how interesting, how challenging, how enterprising that will be, is entirely up to you. Friends, you all know that our country had just entered the Amrit Kal. We call it Amrit Kal. This is the golden age of rejuvenation. Next quarter century, 25 years. By the time India celebrates 100 years of its independence in 2047, where this country would be, this is your responsibility. Because you will be the one who will be carrying it forward. And by the time the country reaches the 100th year of independence, you would be somewhere at the middle of your age, having contributed your best to the journey of India to its destination. Now, it's your responsibility to see that the country reaches where it deserves to reach. You know it, the country has set a goal. And you see the unleashing energy of our young men and women. Gone are the days when the government used to be the my baap, as we say in a common parlance, that mother and father, the parents, the government and government driven growth. No. It is people's driven growth. It is a people's driven development. And if India is changing today, it is changing because people like you, young men and women like you. All that government is doing is removing the obstacles, removing the chains which were put on you, your dreams so far. And today, people like you are doing incredible things. Till a couple of years back, we had hardly 400 startups. Today we have crossed 80,000. This wonder has happened because of people like you. We have already crossed the 100 unicorn in the startups. And you know what unicorn is. In an area which was unthinkable till a few years back, like a space. Today, our young men and women are venturing out with the startups in a space. More than 100 startups in a space itself. You might have heard Agnikul in IIT Madras, Skyroot in Hyderabad, Dhruva Space, Digantara. So many. They are building launch vehicles to carry smaller payloads, making the space, utilization of a space more affordable. Someone is making just a flat antenna, making it cost effective and more efficient. These are all being done by people like you. Young students, school students today, 75 satellites they are being built in this country by over 750 students together. They are working on projects to launch 75 satellites. These are being done by school students. We could never have imagined that all these things would be happening in this country. But this is happening. And this is happening because of people like you. So, you are at an age, at a time when you have sky is your opportunities. Sky is the limit. Endless opportunities. You have to think differently. Don't get into the way your previous generations have done. I know many of you would have already charted your course, future course, what you would be doing. But I urge you to think new. Start doing something new. And don't be afraid of failure. Life is not a journey of continuous success. We have all failed and failed many times. The only difference is we didn't allow our failure to defeat us. Don't let your failure defeat you. Take risk, big risk. Gone are the days of small dreams, incremental changes. Think something revolutionary. Think something big. Start big. And if you fail, let that be a lesson for fresh initiative. Don't let up. Don't allow yourself to be defeated by your setbacks. This country has risen up. This country is awake today. It's highly aspirational. And the world has a great degree of expectations from India. Today we cannot afford to be just insular or inward looking. We have a great responsibility not to ourselves, but to the rest of humanity as well. And this, we are doing it in our modest way. Be it global pandemic, when it came to supply of vaccines to the needy countries, we did. We provided vaccines to more than 150 countries in the world. Is the climate change? We have taken the most revolutionary initiative of switching over to renewable clean energy in the shortest possible time. We are setting targets incredible and achieving those targets before the deadline. In 2016, we set up a target that by 2025 we will have 100 gigawatt of clean energy, renewable clean energy. People, skeptics at the time, they mocked at it. It was thought unachievable. But look what our country has done. In last year, September, we have already crossed 100 gigawatt of clean energy. Halfway. Now our target is 500 gigawatt by 2030. And I'm sure, I have full confidence in people like you, we will achieve it well before the time. The targets which were incredible. Nobody thought that India would ever be open defecation free. It was not even on our agenda. And within a few years, we achieved it. We achieved it with the support, with the cooperation, with the active cooperation of all our countrymen and women. And that is why when the Prime Minister gives a slogan, he gives a mantra of our development, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Prayas. Ellarudanum, Ellarukagum, Matrum, Ellurin, Murshialum. With all, for all, by all. It has to be by harnessing the energy, the creative energy of our countrymen and women, especially the young men and women. So when I say that the world is looking at India with expectation, it puts a certain amount of responsibility on us to fulfill that. And you know, when it comes to collaboration, which Dr. Panch, he mentioned it, that yes, the value of it, the worth of it, it has been ingrained in our sanskar. Right from the time of Vedas, Vedic civilization, our prayers have been what? How we have been praying? We have been praying, Sahana bhavatu sahano bhunaktu saviryam karvavahi tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvisavahi. Together we get up, together we move, together we do. This is collaboration. It has been there for thousands of years in this country. We have never been insular. We have never been living in silos. Yes, there was a time of distress when we were colonized. No longer. We are moving forward, moving with renewed confidence and a belief that we have to build this country, a strong and capable country, the dream which Swami Vivekananda had. Swami Vivekananda had a dream of India, that India would be a country. Its muscles will be of iron. Its sinews will be of a steel, but brain will be Vedantic. That is, a strong and capable India, at the same time, compassionate India. When we say Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, it is not a slogan, it is not a political or diplomatic slogan. It is our sanskar. Even if we don't have adequate resources, we will share with those adequate to meet our own. We don't like to just keep it with us. We like to share with others, as we did in case of vaccines during COVID pandemic. We had our problems, we were meeting our problems, but at the same time we are sharing with others. And today we have already crossed more than 200 crores of vaccinations, doses of vaccinations. So collaboration has been a part of collective living. Well-being of the world, well-being of the humanity has been ingrained in our sanskar. So that kind of India we like. And this kind of India, which is not only for itself, but for the sake of humanity, not only just humanity, but for the sake of entire creation as such. That is why we say, Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya. We don't have only the human-centric. Human-centric is very much there, but we also take note of all the beings on the planet, because we believe that we are not the master of the creation. The creation is not for the pleasure of humans, but creation is a symbiotic relationship of all the beings. And that is how we maintain the balance, and that is the secret of environmental balance or climate balance. Once we have disturbed it, we are facing the consequences of it. We have to restore it, and India has a big role to play. So these are part of our values. Equipped with these values, which has come to us through our generations, now I urge you all, my dear friends, my dear young friends, to take on the world, to take on the challenges of the world. Nothing is impossible for you. When I see a young person like you, I always think of, it's like a seed of a banyan tree, the size of a mustard, but it has a huge tree hidden within that mustard seed. You have a potential to grow into a large banyan tree. It is up to you whether you grow or you get stunted. If you get stunted, you are not only doing disservice to yourself, to your parents, to your family, but to the whole country, and in a way to the world. I would urge you to grow big to your potential. What is your destiny? Your destiny is to grow big and large. And remember Swami Vivekananda, he says, dream big, get up, pursue your dream, and stop not until the goal is reached. Success and failure are a part of a journey. Keep moving forward. And you will have the satisfaction of achieved something worthwhile in life, something that you and your generations to come would be proud of. Friends, on this auspicious day, I wish you all the very best in your personal life, in your professional life, in your business life, your entrepreneurial life. Let the best be with you. Let the blessings of God be with you. And let your confidence always be with you. Never let your confidence in yourself never get undermined. With this, I take leave. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Namaste.